Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video we're just taking a look at another Confederate regiment I've painted up. This regiment is the 5th Virginia. I'll just talk a bit about the miniatures and then move on to kind of a bit of a history about them. So these are the Perry miniature plastics. There's a couple of the Perry miniature metal commands thrown in there as well, just to change things up a bit. But yeah, this is mainly from the plastic kits. The flags are from Flags of War. Really nice company, really nice flags. And then the movement trays are from Charlie Foxtrot. So these are one of the first kind of units I painted up, so the colours are a bit more basic, browns, butternuts and greys. My later units I've added a bit more colour into them, so but I still think they look alright. But yeah, that's a bit about the miniatures. I'll just talk a bit about the 5th Virginia. So the 5th Virginia, also known as the Fighting 5th apparently, we're an infantry regiment. They were raised in early 1861 and they served throughout the war. They're originally made up of 10 companies, so you would assume around 1,000 men or so. Notable battles, they fought at the Battle of First Bull Run, or First Manassas as it's known, in the Battle of Chancellorsville and the Battle of Gettysburg. So they're in kind of some of the big ones. Obviously they're in a few more battles, but I just picked those ones out. I thought I'd actually do a bit about where this regiment was throughout the war, if that makes sense. So to start with, they were raised in the what was known as the Virginia Provisional Army, which was at the Battle of First Bull Run. After they moved to the Army of the Shenandoah, or I believe it was renamed to the Army of the Shenandoah, I can't remember, I might have that wrong, where they served. After being in the Army of the Shenandoah, they moved with Stonewall Jackson himself. After he left the brigade and took higher command, they went with the Jackson's Valley campaign, so they served throughout that. Eventually Jackson's sort of army was pulled into the Army of Northern Virginia, so they served in the Army of Northern Virginia all the way to Spotsylvania Courthouse, where then they kind of branched off into Jubal Early's sort of Shenandoah Valley campaign as well, near the end of the war. So yeah, that kind of shows where they kind of went around during the war. They surrendered at the end of the war with 8 officers and 48 men, and obviously the unit was disbanded in 1865. So hope that was kind of useful to anyone who wanted to brief a little bit about them, so kind of knowing how they served and where they served, mainly the Western Theatre. So but yeah, that's all about the 5th. Hope it was a bit useful and interesting. I've got a couple more regiments left to do for the Stonewall Brigade, and then I'll probably move on to a few other regiments I've painted up. So right, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, keep an eye out for any videos I do in the future. Cheers guys.